In this tutorial, I'll show you what to do when the character's health falls to 0, and I'll show you what to do when all the Coke cans have been collected. The starting point for this tutorial is the file made in the previous tutorial on adding obstacles. You can make the file yourself by following the tutorial, or you can download the file from my website. If the character's health falls to 0, we're going to switch to a death scene. As there are going to be multiple scenes, I'm going to give them meaningful names. I'm going to call this one the game scene. Click the plus to create a new scene. New creates a completely blank scene. Full copy duplicates all the objects from the existing scene. Choose full copy and name the new scene death scene. In the outliner window, click the minus to close up the game scene, click the plus to open up the death scene, right click on the armature and delete hierarchy, select a Coke can, hold down shift and select the other Coke cans. With the mouse pointer in the 3D view, press X and delete. To append the gravestone model into the scene, file append, go to the folder where the file is saved, click on the file, go into the object folder, select grave and append. I forgot to delete the duplicated empty, select it, press X and delete. Select the gravestone, press S to scale 0.5 and enter. Press R to rotate, Z for the Z axis -90 and enter. Place the gravestone amongst the cacti. For speed, I'm going to type in the location values of 9, -12.5 and 1. Change the view to the top view. Select the lamp. Use the tip of the green arrow to move it down. Drag with the middle mouse button to rotate the view. Add a camera to the scene. In the View menu, Align View, align active camera to the view. With the camera selected, press G for grab, X and X again for X local, and move the camera to adjust the view. Change the scene back to the game scene. In the outliner window, select the empty and move it to the side. It's a good idea to give logic bricks meaningful names. I have jumped ahead and named and closed the logic bricks. Add a property sensor and a scene actuator. Scroll down. When the property health is equal to 0, we want to set the scene to the death scene and connect those up. Pressing P to play and walking into the cactus until our health falls to 0, the scene changes to the death scene. I want the death scene to be displayed for a short time and then the game restart. Change the scene to the death scene, select the gravestone, add a game actuator. After the death scene, restart the game. After a delay, add a delay sensor, set the delay to 60 clock pulses, 60 per second, that's a delay of 1 second. Connect those up and change the scene back to the game scene. Now we have dealt with the health falling to 0. What do we do when all the Coke cans have been collected? Click the plus to create a new scene. Select New for a completely empty scene. Name the new scene endScene. It will be displayed at the end of the game. Add a camera to the scene. Click its object properties. Set all its rotational values to 0. Right click, reset all to default values, and use the tip of the blue arrow to move it up. When we created the new scene, it defaulted to Blender Render. That needs to be changed to Blender Game. For the death scene, I created a 3D scene. For the end of game scene, I'm going to display a 2D image made in a graphics package. Click the camera's object data properties and set the lens to orthographic, effectively changing Blender to a 2D system. We're going to map the artwork to a plane, add mesh plane, and change the view to the camera view. The most important thing when mapping an image to a plane is that the aspect ratio for the image and the plane are the same, otherwise the image will be distorted. The image is 800 pixels wide by 600 pixels tall, a ratio of 4:3. Click the object properties for the plane. If I divide 800 by 1000 and set the X scale to 0.8, and I divide 600 by 1000 to give 0.6 for the Y scale, the aspect ratios are now the same. Click the Material button, click the New Material button, scroll down. Ticking shadeless means the image won't be lit by a lamp, it'll just be displayed. Click the Texture button, click the New Texture button, scroll down, click Open, go to the folder where you have the image file saved, select it and open. It's generally a good idea to click the Pack button to pack the image file into the Blender file. Scrolling down, if we're going to use UV coordinates, we have to generate them. Go into Edit mode, in the Mesh menu, UV Unwrap, and back into Object mode. Press S to scale and drag so that the artwork fills the camera view. When I made this graphic, 4:3 was the normal aspect ratio. Now 16:9 is the norm. With the plane selected, add a game actuator and set it to quit game. Add a delay sensor and set a 2-second delay, which is 120 clock pulses. Connect those up. Change the scene back to the game scene. Give the logic bricks more meaningful names and close them up. Add a property sensor and a scene actuator. Scroll down. When the property score is equal to 3, when all the Coke cans have been collected, set the scene to the end scene and connect those up. I've jumped ahead and given the logic bricks meaningful names. That's the end of the tutorial. I'll put all the files used in the tutorial and the finished file for you to download at my website. Click the link or the eye icon. If you'd like to subscribe, click the link or the stick man. Thanks for watching and goodbye.